Incoming transmission.
Welcome, watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion. Today it's a preview rather than a review, but we're still going to look at all the criteria as we go through the game. This is Super Mario CD, which is a fan-made game, and it's a rehack, or it's a ROM hack, I should say, Super Mario World. So, what's it about? Well, basically, it's a Mario game, but it's on the CD system, or the MSU-1, which, it's kind of, well, it's not official, but it's not unofficial. It's kind of in between, but it was never released. But there you go. But it was able to contain great amounts of data, which would have been put aside for the CD soundtracks. So this is what this game makes use of. There's also other games in this ilk, such as Indiana Jones Adventures as well, which is something else I want to look at. But this one is unfinished, but the latest demo this is. So we're going to have a look at it. All the usual criteria that I would do in a review. We'll give it a score at the end, just for Pete's sake. And, yeah, we'll have a look through. But I love this already. Now, this will only work on certain emulators, by the way. I'm using SNES for this one, and it works quite well, to be fair. If you try some of the other emulators, it will load the game, but it will not load the soundtrack. So you've got to make sure you've got the right emulator in place. So SNES, SNES. That's the one you want to play this one. Now the demo is freely distributable, so go ahead and grab it and play it for yourselves. Now you'll notice that being a SNES, that it's got NES graphics, which is quite clever, really. I quite like that. I like the fact that everything else is SNES or Super Nintendo, like the backgrounds and everything else, but then all the characters are like the NES versions. I love it. I think it's really clever. So all the usual stuff that you'd find in a Mario game, the headbuttable blocks, the mushrooms that make you grow in size, and I imagine that the fire flower is in here somewhere. But as you can see, I've already shrank back down to my normal size, which isn't a great start by any means, but there you go. I love how colourful this game is. It really does hit the eyes in a positive way. You know, I'm not saying it's an ugly game. Oh, bugger, I should have run after that, really, shouldn't I? Never mind. I see shiny things. I'm a magpie. I see shiny things. I headbutt them. That sounds worse than it actually meant to be, but never mind. So, yeah, this is a bit different. And the soundtrack is, well, we'll cover the soundtrack shortly, but holy hell, this is amazing. If this had been a system back when we were actually playing on the SNES, this would have, yeah, this would have been incredibly fun. And very impressive. Impressive indeed. It's just so nice. But like I said, we'll cover sound and music in a few minutes. But, graphically, it's very nice, isn't it? So you've got all this nice stuff in the foreground. You've also got all that nice stuff in the background as well. Nice scrolling as well. Everything just is so smooth. It's very, very nice indeed. So if you're familiar with the Mario series, nothing on this screen should come as a surprise to you about how nice it is. Even though it's not official Nintendo, but everything in the game is official sprites and all that kind of stuff. So it does make for a nice, genuine Mario experience. But you've got so many different things in it. In fact, you know what? Graphically, I don't really need to be talking about graphics too much because, well, you can see it for yourselves. It's just nice. Nice little animations on the mushrooms as well, and they come out of the blocks. They kind of squelch a little bit before they come out, which is cool. Like that a lot. Oh, I can't wait for the finished version of this. This is going to be a phenomenal game. Now, on the demo, there's 5 playable levels, which is great. Just makes me wonder how many more levels they're going to squeeze into it. But there you are. Let's have a look at what you can see on the screen as well. So you can see there that we've got the in the top left there, we've got a nice sort of graphic there, a banner, which shows how many lives we've got, denoted by the M, and then underneath that we've got how many coins we've got, denoted by the little C. So that's really quite cool. Now, I guess these red coins are collectibles throughout the levels. I like the fact that Mario goes behind scenery as well. That's quite nice. So unless there's things coming at you and you can't see them, then maybe not quite so much. He just turned round really quickly. That was a bit mean, Mr. Turtle. But there you go. But 100 coins will reward you with a new life. as is such the way. There's no scoring system on this at the moment. I don't know if it's something that's going to be implemented in, but you'll notice when I jump on things or kill things, then there's no scores coming up off their heads, and there's no score counter either. So whether that's going to be something they put in later or whether they're just going to ignore it, I don't know. It would be nice to see a score implemented in, and flagpoles at the end of each level would be lovely. Because at the moment I don't think we've got any, but let's go through it anyway. Love the sound. Let's move on to sound because I'm itching to talk about it. The CD soundtrack is really, really good, and you can probably hear it. Well, you'll be able to hear it eventually because I'll shut up and I'll put the music up at the end for you to listen to properly. But the sound is great. It's got all the lovely original NES sounds as well, which is great. So when you grow up to be Super Mario, you get that kind of noise, which that was done by my own fair mouth. Weird, I know. But there you go. But everything else is just pure joy. The soundtrack is just stunning. I'm sure that you will agree when you hear it for yourselves later on. So it's very nice. The controls are quite easy as well. You kind of just only need 2 buttons, which is where we go back to the on the NES as well. So you'll be using left, right, up and down. Then you're using B and A. So one jumps and then the other will charge up your run, so you'll be able to run faster. And if you've played a Mario game, none of this will come as any kind of surprise to you, because it'll all be there ready for you to play, which is always a nice thing, isn't it? But it's very reminiscent of the Mario games, which is always a nice thing to see. It's almost like being home again. But it's just so nice. Everything, all the aspects of the game they just come together in one glorious meld of nostalgia, which is why we play retro games at the end of the day, isn't it? But it's nice to see something so new and fresh coming out of the systems for something that we already recognise. It's great seeing new characters and new games and all that kind of thing coming out. But it's also nice to go back and revisit Mario. And I love the graphics on Mario as well. When he grows to be Super Mario, you can see he's got that sort of expression on his face that we all love from seeing him on the graphics and things that he does. It's brilliant. Love it. Absolutely love it. There's nothing negative I can really say about this game. Input controls can be sometimes a little laggy. Nothing major that is going to make you think, oh god, I can't play this, it's unplayable. But that's my only sort of thing, is just sometimes it might just be the controller I'm using, I don't know. But all in all, this is an absolute belter. And if I was reviewing this today, its final score would be a 10 out of 10. In fact, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 anyway. It can only get better, can't it, folks? I'm looking forward to the full release. I don't know when it is releasing, though, the full version. I'd imagine it's sometime this year, but there's no guarantees on that. So I've put approximately in the intro bit. Oh, Fire Flower, let's go. So here we go. But I really like the fact that we've got the sort of the NES style stuff going on. It really hits home to when I had my NES, and I used to get up early on a weekday, naughty me, and I used to play Super Mario Brothers before I went to school. And this just brings it all back, really, which is nice. But it's got all these colours and all this kind of thing we didn't have on the NES, which is really it's just fantastic. So there's, like I said, there's 5 levels to discover, each one with a different difficulty setting. So give it a go. I will put a link in the description for you to go and have a look at this yourselves. And remember, it's SNES that you want, the emulator. And if you have enjoyed this video, ladies and gentlemen, remember to like, share and subscribe to the channel, and click the little notification bell so that you don't miss any of my upcoming reviews. But yeah, so playability, it's absolutely on the money, folks, because it's a Super Mario game done with love and a lot of respect, which is all the ingredients you need for a decent Mario game, methinks. Oh, and there we are, end of the level sort of thing. So there you go, Underground, Athletic, Golden Jungle and Beach are all the levels you've got available to you. Go and have a go at each one of them and see how you get on. We're just going to play this Underground level to play you out with, and I think that pretty much does it. I mean, replay value, yeah, it's a Mario game, of course. If there's secrets and hidden stuff, you're going to want to go back to it. And of course, if there's going to be more levels, then we're going to be coming back to it. I will review this again once the full version is out. I won't be doing any interim ones. Unless there's some sort of spectacular upgrade to it, then I'll wait for the final release and bring it to the channel then. But I thought it would be a nice idea to bring this to you early so you can check out what's going on in the retro community and go and check out these guys, they're awesome. Oh yeah, I'll stick a link in there so you can go and grab the game. Until tomorrow, my friends, I will leave it there, and I should pump the volume up a bit for you so you can actually hear the music for yourselves. It's rather special. But until tomorrow, you keep it retro, and as usual, my friends, it's bye for now. Bye-bye!
Welcome, stranger, I know why you're here. You remember games from the yesteryear. Games with pixels and that bleep bloop sound. But boy, they were the very best games in town. We light up the night, neon dreams in our eyes. Arcade machines whispering low. Pixelated worlds where we all come alive. Level up high, let the good times flow. Joystick in hand, where we live in the past. High scores and laughter, we're making it last. With every coin drop, we're forging a bond. In this pixel paradise, we'll always respond. Welcome to the Retro Gaming Club, where the 8-bit dreams never fade away. Gaming to the beat of our favorite tunes. Let's play till the dawn, we'll never lose. Neon lights shining, we're lost in the glow. In the Retro Gaming Club, let's go, let's go. Flashback to battles, we'll play side by side. Power-ups and hearts, love in disguise. We'll race through the levels, collect all the coins. In this timeless adventure, we're waiting to join. Crashing 8-bit beats, igniting the night. From pixels to dreams, we'll take flight. With every button pressed, our spirits ignite. In this retro wonderland, everything feels right. Welcome to the Retro Game.